What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod, and I'm a full-time eBay and Poshmark seller. And in today's video, I want to share part 2 of what sold on Poshmark in the month of February. Now, part 1, I sold a bunch of items, and there's a lot of strong brands in there. So if you guys didn't catch that one, I'll put that in the cards and in the description below. But the second part of the month was really strong, and I ended up selling items that I usually would sell on eBay. Actually ended up selling on Poshmark first. So basically, I usually sell items ranging from about 20 to about 40 bucks on Poshmark because most of those customers usually just like to spend somewhere around that range, at least for me. But this part of the month, like I said, I sold a lot of items that were a lot more expensive. So I'm definitely happy about that. And I really set some personal records of my own this month for Poshmark. So if you guys are interested in these kind of videos, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, y'all, so starting things off with this pair of Page Manhattan blue denim jeans. And these jeans were in amazing condition, practically brand new. And when it comes to selling jeans, I don't necessarily put all the measurements. I used to include the waist, the leg opening, and the inseam. But depending on the brand and the cut, most of the time, the only measurement that's super important is the inseam. And I made sure I included that after I got this as a question. And so far, I've sold several jeans on Poshmark this month, and the only measurement that I included was the inseam. So that's a quick little tip for you guys in order to convert some more sales on jeans. And I picked these up for about $5 or $6, and they sold for $29, and that was my full asking price. Next is this pair of Nike Oregon Ducks basketball shorts, and these basketball shorts were once again in amazing condition, no flaws whatsoever. And I usually see a ton of basketball shorts in my thrift, and I usually pass on them. Now, the only ones that I do pick up are basketball shorts that have college teams, NBA teams, or they might be the Nike Elite shorts, and those have like more of like a perforation along the sides. Now, those are some of the best shorts to pick up. And these Nike Oregon Duck shorts, the best thing about this is that the Oregon Ducks have a huge following, a very large fan base. So people are just clamoring over these shorts. So if you can find them for a decent price, I suggest you pick them up because they always will sell between 20 and 30 bucks. Next up is a pair of these Adidas soccer pants. Now, these were actually from my personal collection. I was rocking these for a while, but I just decided to do some spring cleaning. I always tell people that when they're first starting to get into the resale game, start with things from your closet. And I have a ton of stuff that I'm constantly rotating in and out of my rotation, and these were just some pants that I just was not wearing, so I decided to sell these. I picked these up maybe sometime last year for about $5 or $6, and I ended up selling them for $25. My original asking price was $29, but of course on Poshmark people send offers, but this was a strong offer, so I happily accepted it. Next up are these Lululemon workout shorts, and I sell a ton of Lululemon pieces. I always find them in my thrift store. And these in particular I picked up for $4.99, and this is actually my first time finding Lululemon shorts that wasn't a solid color, so I instantly had to pick it up. And these sold in the first day. I had these listed for 39 bucks, and I did some back and forth with the buyer. They initially offered like half price or something stupid like that, and at first I just declined it because, like I said, when I get lowball offers, I'm just declining them from now on. And if the buyer really wants it, they'll send the offer. But like I said, I'm just declining a lot of the lowball offers, and that technique is actually working out for me. And just for my sales alone, I'm probably always going to stick with this method, especially on Poshmark, because people on Poshmark tend to play a lot of games. But anyway, on these Lululemon shorts, I picked them up for $4.99. They sold for $35, and they sold the same exact day. Next is this pair of Air Jordan 1 lows, and these were in amazing condition. Just some slight creasing on the toe box, which is normal for this shoe. But I actually picked these shoes up from a Buffalo Exchange. So I traded some inventory that I had that was just kind of sitting, and I was able to trade up for these. In Buffalo Exchange, they had these for 32 bucks. So since it was a trade, I knew could at least double my money, and I just about doubled my money on this. So definitely be on the lookout for Air Jordan lows. They're not as popular or has a huge resale value like the Air Jordan 1 highs or the mids for that matter. But Air Jordan 1 lows, especially in the royal blue and black or the red and black colorway, the bread colorway, those always sell well. Here's a pair of Nike Mercurial Superfly 6, and these are some indoor soccer shoes. Now, I had these shoes in my inventory for a while, but I didn't list them. It took a while before I listed them because they were kind of dirty. So I had to actually clean these up before I got them listed, and it just took me a while to clean these up. But fortunately, as soon as I listed them, they ended up selling the same day. I had them listed for $69 and they sold for $64, so I just went ahead and accepted that offer. And I paid, I think, $7 for these shoes. So if you see any Nike Mercurial indoor soccer shoes, definitely pick them up. The range usually goes around 40 to about 70 bucks for used. And if it's in really good condition or if it's brand new, you can definitely get a lot more money for that. Next is this Levi's denim jacket, and this one was in amazing condition once again. I've been getting really lucky this month. This entire month my sourcing has been on point. Like, I just have to say that I've been super consistent. I have not missed a day this month in terms of sourcing. I sourced every single day this month, and as a result my sales have went through the roof. Keep in mind, this is also the month that I became a Poshmark ambassador, so I'm not sure if that had anything to do with my sales, but honestly I don't think it does. I'll do a follow-up video on that. But the same things that it takes for you to become a Poshmark ambassador, I believe you have to keep that same energy and to keep sharing your closet at least 3 times a day, and that's what I've been doing. Sourcing and sharing and just repeating that cycle, and that's what's been working best for me. So these sold for $30, and I picked this up for $8, and it sold within about a week and a half. Next is this pair of Brooks Linear platform walking shoes, and these sold the same day I listed them, and it made me think I listed them a little too low, but of course I checked the comps on eBay and it sells right around this, and this is around the highest end, so I was definitely happy that I got 49 bucks for these shoes. They're actually my size. I tried them on just to see how comfortable they actually are, and super comfortable, just not my style. This is definitely a dad shoe, and I don't have any kids. So if you guys see these Brooks Linear platform shoes, pick them up. They sell fast. This pair in particular sold the same exact day, and I picked it up for, I think, $5. Next is this Columbia Omni Heat vest, and this is a brand that I usually would have passed on in my thrift stores, but like I said, I've been telling you guys, I've been trying to rev up my Poshmark closet, so that's why I've been sourcing so consistently. And I've just picked this one up just to see how it will sell. I had it listed for 35 bucks, and I was kind of just shooting for the moon because comps on eBay was selling for about $9, and I had this listed for 35. I got an offer for 24, and I just immediately took that because I was just happy that it sold, because Columbia vests and jackets are not something that I would usually pick up. And here is the only bundle that I sold this month, and it includes a pair of denim jeans for boys, a leather jacket, and some sneakers for kids. So let's break this down further. Part of the bundle was these blue denim jeans, and these were for boys. This was a size 10, I believe. I actually have 2 of these, one in a size 12 and one in a size 10, brand new with tags. And I was just happy that these sold because I had these in my inventory for a while. I actually had them on eBay for a couple of months and I was getting no traction. So I took the listing completely off of eBay. And once I put it on Poshmark, I was getting some more attention, some more likes and shares, and it eventually ended up selling as a part of this bundle. Next piece in the bundle is this BB leather motorcycle jacket. Now, BB is definitely not a high-end brand, but it definitely is a brand that sells fairly quickly, especially if you can find a quality piece like this one. And I found this one in my thrift, and like I was telling you guys before, something like BB is something that I would usually pass on, but because this jacket was real leather, I decided to give it a shot, and it sold fairly quickly. I put it up, I think it sold within 2 days, and this was the first thing that person added to their bundle, and the rest of the stuff followed up. So it seemed like it was somebody, either a mom or an aunt or a grandmother, that basically just did some shopping for the whole family. So I was definitely just happy to, provide that service. And the last thing in that bundle was a pair of these Nike Air Jordan Formulas. And these are basically like a Team Jordan shoe. Nothing highly sought after, nothing rare, but it was in fairly good condition. So I cleaned them up a little bit and I listed them for 29 bucks. And altogether the bundle sold for $65. And honestly, if I was to sell these items separately, I might have got just around 65 or something a little less than that. So I was just definitely happy to bundle all these things together and make a really good sale. Next up is a pair of Citizens of Humanity jeans, and these jeans sold fairly quickly. Maybe within about 2.5 weeks these ended up selling. And once again, the most important measurement to include when you're selling women's jeans is the inseam, because at least one thing that I've noticed is that most women, when they're buying jeans, they are very particular with the brand. So they know what the brand, how it would fit. So the main concern is always the inseam. So just make sure you include that in all of your listings to just help it sell a little quicker. Next up is this pair of Bruno Magli leather loafers, and these shoes were in really good condition. At first I had them listed for $59, and I got a best offer of $50, and I just went ahead and accepted these. I also had these listed on eBay, and I was getting some offers on there, but they were all way too low. So I just went ahead and accepted the offer from Poshmark. And if you see Bruno Magli shoes, some of them range, they have kind of a weird range. Some will sell very cheaply for like 20-30 bucks, but depending on the overall condition, you could get sometimes as much as $50 or $70. So I was happy about this sale. And like I said, if you guys see Bruno Magli shoes, just try to do some research first on the style model. You can always find the style model on the inside of the shoe. So just do some research on that first before you just go ahead and pick up any Bruno Magli shoes. Next up is this Lululemon quarter zip hoodie, and I had this in my inventory for a little over a month. I got a ton of offers on this, a bunch of likes and shares and stuff like that, and they were mainly just lowball offers. People was trying to get this for like $5 and $10. So I just held on to it for as long as possible, and then someone finally just went ahead and bought it for 29 bucks. So I was happy about that. And if you guys see any Lululemon quarter zip hoodies, always pick them up, even if you don't know the particular name, because there are a ton of different names and styles. I know there's the scuba and a whole bunch of other stuff, but just pick it up and list it on Poshmark or on eBay, and you're guaranteed to make at least 30 bucks every time. Next up is this pair of Ariat distressed cowboy boots, and these boots weren't in the best condition. There definitely was some scuffs and some stains, as you guys can see. But overall, I was just happy that these still sold. If these boots were in better condition, I might have got closer to $70 or maybe $80 for these boots, because Ariat boots always sell well for me. But besides the stains on the uppers, as you guys can see on the bottom, there was very minimal signs of wear. So I'm sure whoever picked these up was able to just clean those scuff marks, and just got a pretty good deal on these shoes overall. So if you guys see anything by Ariat, I know they also sell clothing for men and women. So if you see anything from the brand Ariat, I suggest you pick it up, especially their cowboy boots. Next is another pair of jeans, and as you guys can see, I've been starting to sell a lot of jeans on Poshmark, and these jeans sold for 40 bucks. I originally had them listed for 49, but I just went ahead and accepted the $40 for these jeans. These were in really good condition. I did pay, I think, $5 or $6 for these jeans. So if you guys see any Rock Revival jeans, definitely pick them up. Some sell on the low end for like 20 bucks, but the ones that have a little more going on, especially on the back pockets, and if it has any distressing, you could get some more money for it. So I ended up pulling 40 bucks for these jeans. Next up is this pair of Fossil glasses, and this was actually in my personal collection, but in my personal opinion, it made me look like a cop, so I definitely just wanted to get rid of these. I only wore them one time, but that was only for a photograph, so practically brand new. Still had the case and all of that, and it sold within, I think it took about 2 months for this to sell. As you guys can see, I had a ton of likes on this, but not a lot of offers. So once I got an offer for 34 bucks, I just went ahead and accepted it. Next is this pair of Nike waffle trainers, and I had these in the inventory for quite a while, at least 5 or 6 months. These were getting some attention on eBay as well, but definitely not enough offers, and I finally sold them for my full asking price of $29, and I'm just happy about that. Like I said, I had these for way too long. I do remember spending about $7 or $8 for these shoes, and they were in really good condition, but I guess since the season is starting to change, I'll start getting rid of some of the sneakers that I have in my rotation. Next up is this pair of Haan Lunar, and these shoes were really dope to me. I definitely never seen this camouflage print on these shoes before. I sold a ton of Lunar Grands, but definitely not with this camo. So I definitely had to pick them up. They were in Crossroads in my area, and they were actually half off. So I only picked these up for $12. And as usual, I always have trade credit in all of those type of stores. So it was definitely just a good little flip for me. Picked it up for 12, ended up selling for 50. And like I said, great condition. First time finding these shoes. So hopefully I'll keep finding some more of these Lunar Grands, because Lunar Grands and Zero Grands always sell well for me. And last but certainly not least, the sale of the day, and this is a pair of Ugg Eaglin Boots, and I've had these boots for a little less than a month, but these boots were in amazing condition, practically brand new, probably worn once or twice. The bottoms, as you guys can see, were in really good shape, and I had these listed for I think $109 or $120, something like that. But as you guys know, the seasons are changing, so all this type of winter gear, it's best to just try to let it go. And I only picked this up for $7 from a garage sale. So I definitely wasn't mad to let this go for 90 bucks. Definitely gave the buyer a good little discount, but at the end of the day, I mean, season is changing, and I know the window to sell this is getting smaller. So if you guys have any snow gear or winter boots or anything like that, and you haven't listed it yet, I suggest you guys list that as soon as possible, because spring is on the way, and if you don't list it now, you'll probably be holding on to it until next season. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you guys got any comments or any questions, drop that in the comment section and we can keep that conversation going. And if you guys are interested in joining my eBay coaching program, definitely shoot me an email and I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. And this coaching program is really geared towards new and less experienced eBay sellers to really convert more sales, and just how to maneuver through the app with a lot more ease and overall success. So if you guys are interested, shoot me an email and we can go from there. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.